Hello and welcome to this short beer clipper video. Now this is the second in my series of videos as I'm unboxing the Moonstone the Game Kickstarter, which I just received last week. So last video was all about the tokens, the cards, the dice. If you've not yet watched it, I will link it somewhere up here. Go and check that out. But this video is going to be about the miniatures that came with the Kickstarter. So let's get to it. I received 4 miniatures in this Kickstarter. We have 3 that are playable miniatures. So here we have Diana Enraged, which I've already painted actually. I will try to remember again to put a link up here somewhere to my painting video for that. I was absolutely honoured and amazed to be sent one for free before the campaign and during the campaign to put a video out. And yeah, I painted it up and had a lot of fun, but I will also have a lot of fun painting this version. It's a cracking model, that. We also have Kalista, a Leshavult princess, and we have Homunculus. So these are the 3 playable ones, and the final one was a stretch goal and an additional add-on, I believe. So they weren't going to do it initially, but they got enough, and then you could add this on, which is Jayda in 1/24 or 75mm scale, which is really, really cool. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have a look at each of these miniatures now in detail, and then we'll wrap up. So first of all, let's have a look at Diana Enraged. So, Diana Enraged. As I say, I've already painted this one up, but it does bear looking at again. The packaging on this is actually very good. Sometimes I have a bit of an issue with Moonstone miniatures where it's a little bit easy to open the packaging and everything falls out in shipping. I've had that once or twice. Nothing's been damaged, but it's just a bit annoying. But that was very, very nicely done. So if we have a look at the cards, you can see you get 2 cards. You get Diana and Diana Enraged. And the reason for that is that Diana Enraged is actually like an upgrade or an enhanced version of an existing miniature. Now I do have Diana, I haven't painted her yet, so maybe I'll try and get that done. What we've got here, this is how the cards look. Again, I won't go into detail on this. This is not a how to play or talking through the rules, but you've got your stats, you've got some special rules, you've got some special attacks, you've got how much damage you can take, and then on the background you've got the different types of attack and defence that you can do. So yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's a great fun game to play. You can play it with just these and some dice and your miniatures and the cards. So yeah, you don't have to go digging into your rule book because it's very clear on each of these cards what everything does, which I really like. That's a real bonus. The miniatures, and again, this is the first time I've opened it, the miniatures are superb. Really clean casts. There's a couple of artifacts on this that I'm going to need to clean up, but nothing particularly major. It is resin, so you will want to wash it before you do any painting. Drop the 25mm base on the floor, but you can see here just how clean and clear and beautiful they are. I mean, look at her face. If we get that zoom right in, I mean, it's tiny, but it's absolutely clear. So really good quality sculpts. That is Diana. It is the Diana Enraged sculpt. But of course, you can use that to represent both because it's still Diana. So if you only have one of them, I'd get this one rather than the simple Diana because then you can, well, it's just cooler, I think. Okay, so that's Diana. Let's have a quick look at Kalista. One of the best things about this game is the fact that each of these miniatures have backstories and purposes and reasons and all sorts of stuff. It's a really deep lore that is being created around this game. I highly recommend that you research it. But again, I'm not going to go deep into that for 2 reasons. 1, I want these to be short videos, and 2, I don't really know it and I need to learn more about it myself. But this is a Leshavult priestess. And from watching the Discord, there's a lot of nattering and chattering about Kalista at times. So again, this is the same sort of structure. You've got your stats, you've got your attacks, you've got your special attacks, special rules, and the benefits of of what the defences could do against attacks, etc., different attacks. So so yeah, that's the card. But most importantly, let's have a quick look at the miniature, if I can get it out of this little packaging. So again, same as with the Diana, it's just a beautifully clean sculpt. I'm actually going to get it out of its little packet because it's very hard to see through the plastic. But if we have a look at that, you can see just how fantastically detailed. Look at the little thumb and the little hands. Really detailed sculpts, and they're they're fun to paint in one sense. What I've found is that they're in one sense almost too detailed, and they can be a bit hard to paint. But once you get them painted, it's worthwhile. The rewards of putting the effort in is great. So there we are. There we have. This is Kalista, the paroxysm sculpt. I think maybe that's an alternative sculpt as well. Pretty sure there might be another one. And this is just a more dynamic one. Again, it's been a while since the Kickstarter. Might be forgetting that. But finally, for the playable ones, let's have a quick look at Homunculus. So in this, it's actually a twofer, which I'd forgotten. We have Homunculus and we have Voth. So Voth is this dude here. He is the larger of the two, and again, just beautiful sculpts, really well cast, really real joy to look at, and a joy to look at once they're painted as well. And then you have Voth, who is the little dude, which you don't have to do any gluing together, which is always nice, where he's carrying a book on his back, which is pretty cool. So I believe these come as a pair, and they probably have quite a good synergy together. Again, same sort of thing. Same sort of options at the back, where you've got your got the opposed attack method, which if you want to know about, I may do a video on, or there's other ones out there that you can watch. So yeah, that's Voth and Homunculus, and that's two pretty cool looking miniatures. So the last thing to look at for the miniatures for this Kickstarter is Jayda in 1/24 scale. So let's have a look at her. Right then, this has no playing value, however it does have awesome display value. So what you can see here is the benefit of going larger with the awesomeness of the sculpts and the great casting, and that is going to be some fun to paint, and I will probably be doing this sooner rather than all the other stuff that's arrived. There is one issue here, that it's a little bit of a bendy arrow. A little bit of a bendy arrow, but I think I think that's possibly a good thing. I'm not just saying that, because I think it will allow it to be easier to actually glue in there. And I think once it's actually stuck in, you're probably going to find that bendy arrow is going to be dead straight when those two are in position. I have a lot of faith in their casting and design, so I think that's probably the point. So yeah, so you've got three pieces, pretty easy. An arrow with the hands, and then on the back you can put her the arrows in her quiver. So that will be coming to the channel at some point, and I'll be painting that up. That was completely and utterly additional, no gameplay value, but hey, it's really cool, so of course I had to get it. So there you are. Those are the miniatures that came with the Kickstarter. I hope you found that interesting. There will be a link to the Discord for the game in the description below, so come and join us if you want to ask anything more detailed, if this has piqued your interest. Really highly recommend it. I've had so much fun when I've played this game, and yeah, I really should play it more, but then that's the same for all the games I own. Next up is going to be looking at some of the resin scenery which I ordered, which came with the Kickstarter. So watch out for that video, and thanks for watching. Please do leave a comment below, and as always, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay well.